Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangster Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.
Yeah. God says when you go to the bank this time, approval, the Spirit of the living God. My God. God says that he's singling you out because God says there's an anointing on your life. And God says, you tell old man Joseph that I'm calling him for ministry. It's Jonathan's time for a miracle.
Who's Jonathan? My name's Jonathan. Jeez, my God.
Stay connected to Prophet Manasseh Jordan. Text the words text MJ to 33339. That's TEXT MJ to 33339. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the bell. Text Larry Reid Live to 33222. That's the words Larry Reid Live, no spaces, to 33222. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today.
We're about to have a conversation. Now, I know it's the middle of the day, and I know that you guys got other things that you are doing, but I want to have this conversation with you because the conversation that I just had with someone, and I think that you probably can benefit from it. So this is what I need for you to do so that many people possible can be in on this conversation. It's really a conversation I should have had at night, but I'm going to have it while I sit right here. But I need your help. So hit like, look at them, look at 2 hand bumps right there. Being the complete devil on my face. I hope they don't show up on y'all end the way it's showing up on my end, because they sitting on my face taking my darn attention. But this is what I need for you guys to do. Number one, I need you to tell me what city and what state you're from and what country you're from in my chat. And then I need everybody that come in here to please hit like. That's all I'm going to ask. That's going to be my only ask on this Thursday, January the 26th of 2023, I think. That's going to be my only ask. So just hit like and hit share. Atlanta, Bridgeton, New Jersey, NOLA, Palm Springs, Chicago, Shreveport, Louisiana, Wakanda, Mississippi. That ain't no place. You made it up. Is it? No, it ain't. Dallas, Texas, Baltimore, Dallas, Texas, Rocky Mount, North Carolina, so close to Woodson Parker's barbecue. Houston, Texas, Pennsylvania, El Paso, Texas. Okay. Oh, LA, Cali, what up? Okay, I'll make sure we coast to coast. Gadsden, Alabama, Maryland, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Country Club Hills, Illinois, National Harbor, Maryland, Richmond, Virginia, Philadelphia, PA, Tampa, Florida, Douglasville. Okay, so we are coast to coast. I don't see anybody in here that's from another country. Oh, you were lying. Moss Point, Mississippi. I know I ain't seen no. You're in the UK. All right, what's up, UK? Anybody else in here from another country? I used to have a church in London in Tottenham. Cincinnati, Ohio, Houston, Nigeria, Africa. I'm actually on my way. I'm on my way to Africa, but I can't tell y'all why. Bahamas, come on. Okay, 4 countries total. Las Vegas. I'll be there next in a few weeks. I'll be there for my birthday. Denver, Colorado. In fact, if you are a patron, you can meet me for, well, no, we changed that. You can meet me in Las Vegas on the Strip. I tell you what, Barbados. Brah, brah. Okay, so Matthews, North Carolina. I mean, yeah, I'm just near Charlotte. San Francisco, I ain't been there a long time. Long time. Canada. All right. I ain't never been to Kelowna, BC, Canada. I ain't never been to Canada. Never. Ever. No part. I'm gonna make that happen this year. I'm gonna go to Canada. Does y'all still that's Trinidad? Okay, there are plenty of countries in here, and we're from coast to coast. All right, good. So we can go ahead and get started. Larry, that jacket saying, so you ain't seen me wear, I don't wear this so many times. I'm about tired of it. When I get tired of, if I wear something and get tired of it, and I buy something new, I always give it away. And usually I give it away to my patrons first. If Shamako don't go in my closet and read it first. New Orleans. You said Canada is beautiful, but it's cold. I don't know. I ain't never been before. Mississippi is another country. I don't like going to Mississippi. I don't, but I go. God bless you while you live there. What's up, Jeff Tola? Pikeville, North Carolina. That's my white brother. And we fight like real brothers. We fall out, get back together, fall out, get back together. Your roots is in Trinidad, but no, I don't know where your roots are. I don't know where you're at right now. Okay, so how many countries is that? 6 countries? We're less than 563 people in here from Facebook and YouTube at the same time. We got that many countries in here. That is amazing. I'm gonna tell you, content creators is not in the numbers, it's the quality of your views. And then what you do with those views. And that's really what we're going to be talking about today. If you know a pastor, you know a business owner, tell them to get on this live right now. And at the end of this, I'm going to take questions, but I want to share with you a little bit of my journey, a little bit of a conversation I had earlier, and it was like coaching. So I'm giving this to you free. Patrons are already at that place, but I may say it in a way totally different than what I said it in Patreon. Coates, North Carolina. Hey, Genesis. All right, Genesis, if you find some other pastors, tell them to come on in here. And I can pull you up because I know you got some knowledge on this as far as the digital church. While you're coming, Larry Reid, you have a Caribbean fall, and we can wait for your Caribbean tour. You know, I had a church in the Caribbean, and I love Caribbeans. So I'm going to come down there. Definitely going to come down there. So y'all go ahead and text your pastor, text any business owner, because the things that I'm going to be sharing right here, I probably will share in like a mastermind. And you see the numbers ain't but 613 on YouTube and Facebook combined. So the atmosphere is already set for exclusive information and for this to be a real concentrated live with just us. You said your baby hair is all over your head, but you know, on here, you can do it and it'll show your avatar and you just hear your voice. You know, so if you got something to add, let me know. I drop you the link because you're already doing this. In fact, your church is a hybrid church, last I check. So that'll be great. All right, so let's go ahead and have this conversation. I want everybody to type this in the chat. First of all, can y'all hit like? And 59 people hit like. First of all, I want you to put this in the chat. The digital church is the new mega church. The digital church is the new mega church. The digital church is the new mega church. I'm going to keep saying it over and over throughout the live until everybody get this in their head. The digital church is the new mega church. The playing field has been leveled by COVID. And I believe that COVID did the work of the Lord in the earth, not just as it relates to the church, but as it relates to all businesses and all systems everywhere, from our government all the way down to your business around the corner. And it's extremely important right now that each and every one of you that are listening to me would begin to build out and put lots of your resources that you normally would put to rent, to musician pit, you know, you got to pay all of them over there, to your lights and decor and all of the other things that you have to pay, water bill and all that stuff, new carpet, new chairs, new LED walls. And I want you to consider putting some of that money and spending it to the quality of your stream. I want you to consider taking some of that money and spending it as relates to the part of your business that is mobile or digital, because mobility is going to be extremely important for those of you that have service companies, LLCs that provide a service, and normally people come to you for the service. It's extremely important that you create something now to where you can go where the people are or meet them right here in the digital space. So the things that I'm going to be sharing with you, you can extract and extrapolate from it and use it in whatever you are doing. And let me tell you why it's so important to listen to me. Number one, not only in 2015 was I the one telling people that in 2020 the church was going to be changed forever and begin to do all these writings and lives on cyber church, but I actually done it, and I've had some measure of success, and I'm still working very hard. So I want to share with you what I have learned and what I am learning, because the times are still changing. They're still changing. And right now in 2023, you need to be working right now with 2028 consciousness. Let me say it again. It's 2023, but you need to already psychologically, mentally, and as relates to your plans, as relates to what you are creating, you need to look at your projections all the way to 2028 and where will we be? We will be in that age of AI. And many of you that have jobs in the service sector will not have those jobs, because there will be robots that will handle that area. Some of you will have the expertise and the wherewithal to where you may be a part of the AI that is going to be released in our world. Maybe you could be an operator, maybe you're one that programs, but it's extremely important that you go ahead and set yourself for the future that is coming. So all of you that are pastors here and you are listening to me right now, and you are expecting things to go back to how they were, and you're enjoying the fellowship face to face in the brick and mortar, I don't want you to get caught up, and I do not want you to get so possessed with that in-person model, because it's important for you to begin to take some monies and build digitally and prepare yourself to be a minister in the marketplace. When I poured all of my partners together this year, and I put a couple of clips up, but all of it's in Patreon, because people out here hear certain stuff and they just don't know what they have to do with it. But I kept talking about becoming metaverse masters, becoming metaverse ministers, and becoming metaverse millionaires. I need everybody to type in the chat, metaverse master. I'm going to talk about all three. Metaverse master. Genesis talked about this in my webinar last night. Yes, fire emoji. Everybody type metaverse masters. And what do I mean by that? And I'm going to get to the church. But what I mean by that is this. There is something unique, terribly unique, that you do. It's just as unique as your fingerprint and the way that you look. And what you got to do is to uncover or discover what that thing is and begin to see how that gift, that talent, that uniqueness can be used to meet a need in your community. And you need to begin to do that. You should be already doing that now. Because now what you got to do, if you at the stage of uncovering it and discovering it, at the same time, you have got to begin to monetize it and digitize it. Let me say it again. There's something that you do that is terribly unique. That contribution nobody can make but you. Your hind end is the only one that can make that contribution. And it will meet a need or solve a problem in the community that you are in. And what you got to do right now is monetize and digitize. Everybody type monetize and digitize. Monetize and digitize. Monetize and digitize. Now, what I'm sharing right here, I wouldn't even be sharing in the public space. But hell, I felt like that I needed to come up here and share this with you guys and also give you an invitation to my Patreon. And you see that I'm being shadow banned. I know it's 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2 or 3 o'clock on the West Coast. But even when I pop up in the middle of the day, it still be thousands of people. But combined on both platforms, only 760 people. So number one, I need all of you to hit like so more can see it. And you need to understand how this social media and these outlets are working now. Because what they're attempting and trying to do is to keep you on their platform. And if you're on their platform using it like me, to pull people into another world, Patreon, patreon.com/LarryReidLive. Once they recognize that and they see that, they start bringing your viewership down. And this is controlled not just by algorithms, but actual humans who hit a button and move you down and push the foolishness up. So what I want you to begin to do is to realize what the hell it is that you are supposed to be doing, what you were born for. Put in the chat this question: why was I born? Or why am I here? Whichever one of those questions that register with you, put it in the chat. And that contribution right now, if you uncover and discover, you got to digitize and monetize. Now, if you are not doing this as a church, do you know that you are going to evaporate? Now, I want you to write this down: evolve or evaporate. Listen to me. If you are a church and if you are a service company, either you have got to evolve or you're going to evaporate. Can I click a button and hire you? Can I click a button and watch you and listen to you? Can I click a button and hire you? Can I click a button and donate to you? And if you are not in that clicking order, you are out of order. So it's extremely important for you right now to digitize and monetize, because you're not going to be able to generate income if you're not where people are. And people are on the internet. There are more people on the internet than there are in churches. I need y'all to type that too. I know it's a lot of work, but not only are you programming you, but somebody's reading what you're putting in there and you're really evangelizing them. There are more people on the internet than there are in our churches. Put it in there. There are more people on the internet than there are in our churches. So this is the truth, and it's in my title. The digital church is the new mega church. The era of mega church is absolutely gone. That thing ain't coming back. I'm not saying you can't have events in niche markets and get people there and bodies. That's not what I'm saying, because that's still something that you can do. You have to push it in the digital space, monetize it in the digital space, and then point people to a physical location, and those that want to will come. But the era of the mega church and packing out a church every single Sunday, that is gone. I don't care if you still got 10,000 left. You ain't got that 25,000 you had before, because you're in a different time. It's not that people are not interested in what you are doing as a church. They are not interested in taking time out of their day on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and coming where your hind is. Your hind end needs to begin to set up what it is you do well in the digital space, so people can click a button and watch you, click a button and donate, click a button and listen to you, click a button and engage with you. You have to do that. Even if you are in the business of hair, nails, makeup, styling, what you have got to do is to create an app, create a platform You can connect your IG particularly to your website and to your app. When they click on something, they want to know more or learn more, that they can begin to book you, they can begin to communicate with you, and you don't have that streamlined and set up. When you guys come into this chat, and I'm going to ask you today, it's January the 26th, the 6 and 2 is at $8.88. When you donate that $8.88, you know what I always tell you? Put your phone number in there. And you know why I do that? Do that for touch points. I want you to type in the chat, touch points. You've got to create touch points. You got to touch the people over and over and over and over again digitally. So then one of the people from my team call you to thank you for that $8.88. And then they pray with you that $8.88. And then they prophesy to you that $8.88. And you do not forget what you heard and what you felt. So the next time you see me come live, you're more than likely to come live. And when they call you, they may offer you an opportunity to join Patreon. Then you get in Patreon, we got 159,000 touch points in there. And that's so that we can give people what it is that we do well. We do personal development well. We do prophecy well. We do business really well. We do love relationships very well. We do emotional growth, your emotional body, your mental body. We do that well. We do spirituality well, teaching you how to build your altar, teaching you to understand your dreams and really how to socially reconnect with people and heal. We do all of that really well. We do well with teaching you how to grow your money, organize your money, manage your money. And we do well with teaching you how to invest in spirit. That's what I do well. But you would never know that unless I have created touch points. So it's not just $8.88 so that the MBN network, this nonprofit organization, can have $8.88. Oh, no. It's so that then we can get to you what it is that we do well. Touch points. Touch points. And what I'm seeing is these pastors, they're just streaming what they're doing in church. That is the dumbest thing I have ever seen. Dumb with 3 B's, my God. Dumb. I'm seeing content creators that don't never give people an opportunity to donate. They never have an ask. Every time you come live, you should have an ask. Who goes into the movie theater without paying their $20 first? Nobody. What the hell is you thinking? So this is why when I come live, I say $8.88. Because you are having entertainment, you're having information, you're having an experience. And we as a people need to get used to engaging with our dollars, with what it is that we support. And then what I do, I teach them everything I know that make them better as they're supporting the platform through their donations and Patreon and all of that. I am teaching them what I know that's going to make them even better. And they're going to get richer and richer and richer and richer. Let me say this. What you do well needs to work. It got to work. If it don't work, then it's a scam. If it does not work, it's a scam. So it has to work. Now, get back what I said about these pastors. I think it is asinine and foolish to sit there and stream and the Bible says. Okay, maybe I'm not going to say asinine and foolish, but it's less than smart. Reid. Okay, maybe it's not less than smart. Let me find another word. There's more you can do. There you go. There you go. There's more that you can do. Because the online experience and the in-person experience is 2 different brains and 2 different types of people. So you have got to be very clear. Now, see, I can say this. The last 2 years of pastor in my church was all digital. And I shut it down officially in February 2017. And I went fully into entertainment. Really, I went into pastoring a different way and a whole different people. I was very conscious every Sunday for the last 7 years of my ministry in the brick and mortar I was preaching, but I also prophesied and I talked to so many times in the service. I talked to the stream because it takes more touch points, more engagement to get your point, your teaching, your empowerment, your education across digitally. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And I look at these churches and I say, my God, y'all dumb. Ain't talking to the digital at all. You don't even have a pastor station digitally. You should have an internet pastor or e-pastor that is managing the chat, that is telling them how to give, that is engaging the people and creating more of a community online while your ass is up there hollering, screaming in the pulpit. Hear that? Oh, I Dante. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Now, what I'm giving you, I don't be just handing out. If I do it being Patreon, and not something it ain't even that's with my high donors in Patreon. Because some of y'all black mother don't even deserve it. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna get to you anyway. Lord help me with this. So let me repeat again. The digital church is the new mega church. The digital church is the new mega church. You know God called you to pastor millions of people. It's not happening in them four walls. You hear what I say here? They out here. 8 billion people, I do believe, yes, in the world. 8%, 8.9% is the U.S. and Americans. You know, Americans act like they're the biggest country in the world and got all of the population. Well, we ain't got but like good 7-8% of the people in the world. But there are 340 million people in America. I ain't never been on nobody live and seen millions of people on their live. There are people out here. If God just give you a good 300, come on, Gideon, talk to us in here. If God gives us a good, faithful 300, my God, you can do anything. But you got to do what the hell you're supposed to be doing in order to connect with those 300. You coming up here and doing what you do in church. It's not, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Scripture talk about go here and there, hedges, highways, don't compel men. Why are you not up here on this internet? Because this is where the men is. My business ain't doing good. And you ain't doing good business. I can't find you nowhere on the internet of the net. I can't find you out here on Biden's internet. I can't find you on Trump's Twitter. I cannot find you on Yolanda Adams' YouTube. I can't find you on Beyonce's Instagram. Where is you? My business ain't doing good. You ain't doing good business. You got me going crazy in here. Help me, Lord. I'm trying to help y'all. Your dumb parts are leading you the wrong way. Your dumb parts got you running way far from smart. Come back. Your smart parts have been trying to talk to you and tell you what I'm sitting here telling you right now. You ain't been listening because you actually think these folks coming back into the church and 15 it up and gonna come there 4 days out the week, 3 days out the week. Ain't nobody got no real business got time for that. Ow! Wait. I'm so sorry. Ain't nobody got no real business. Ain't got no time for that. This is the very last, as it relates to the brick and mortar church. There's some of you that have been called by God to hold that space. You're not holding it for more than 10 years. Let me repeat. You're not holding it for more than 10 years. By 2033, that's going to be done. You are a part of that last leg of preachers and prophets who are reforming the church and getting them ready for the future, which is digital. This is gonna make some of y'all hate me. Some of the stuff I'm saying, I usually be talking to my people, and they get it. But some of this could be challenging to some of you. But I believe that if there ain't but two of you, I'm up here for two people today, maybe, that's not in Patreon and will never come over there to hear what I have to say. Never be on my prayer line on Sunday morning or Wednesday. You'll never hear any of my teaching. You never hear. So I'm here for these people. Come on. The 878 of you watching me between YouTube and Facebook. I need all 800 of you to hit like. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Genesis says 2033, I'm still going to find me a church building to shout. Yeah, but you won't be doing it every Sunday. I'm telling you what the future is. And you have to be able to let go. It's just like being in a relationship that's like 80% good or 70% good. But then you got that 30 to 40% that just is this toxic and it just don't make you feel good about yourself. Let go. God can give you complete satisfaction. You do not have to live life missing that 20, 30, 40%. And so if you can begin to put yourself in a headspace as it relates to the future and build from the future. Put that in there, build from the future. You got to start building from the future. I don't want you sitting here looking into the future and then you see what the future is and you start heading towards that way. Now, that's the old paradigm. I want you to get futuristic right here. And I want you from this space to go to the future and stay. Look back and craft from the future. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those are two different things. When you sit here with your prophetic eye looking at what God showed me and you trying, aligning with that. That's one way to move forward. And I'm not going to call it wrong. But a much better way is for you to go into the future and stay there. Make that your address. And then you look back and look at the people that you're supposed to be impacting and slowly bring them into the future. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Build from the future. Is anybody listening to me? It feels very quiet. I don't hear no amens over this here internet. Okay, so let me say a few more things and then I'm going to go. Oh, no, let me play this for y'all. Y'all might start signing off because y'all only used to hear me acting the fool up here, but I'm a whole entire preaching prophet just like all the rest of them. But I just, they ain't the only thing I do. Listen to this. I'm going to come back and talk to you about it. Listen.
One of you that would refuse to dance with the unfamiliar and reject this preordained pivot is beginning to crumble in the presence of the Almighty God.
Now listen, this is what I was saying in that moment. When I was preaching, this past July, I began to sense and feel how people were struggling, not just the people there, were struggling with this pivot because the digital church, put it in there, the digital church is the new mega church. And as I began to talk, I felt that thing crumbling down. All right, let's go forward.
Lift your hands. And I want you to begin to worship as a crumbling is happening. The part of you that would refuse to dance with the unfamiliar and reject this preordained pivot. Hallelujah. Come on, clap your hands and give them praise for that. I want to hear you say preordained pivot. Preordained pivot.
Now listen to me. Each and every one of y'all that are listening to me and watching me right now, this is what I want to tell you. It's already the will of God and the purpose of God for you, your business, your church, and everything to begin to pivot. Even actors. Let me tell y'all something. What I realized. Let's see if I can bring my whole self over here. How do that? How can I make that small and make me big? I did it. Let me tell y'all this here. I'm an actor, but I'm a fresh new actor. Thanks be to God, my first acting gig, I'm guest starring as myself. Look at that. Who can do that? Can't nobody do that but Jesus. Now, there ain't no money over there in acting. So if you call the act and feel like you called to do that, go ahead and prepare yourself. Get you about 4 or 5 roommates, because every job you get, you had to stretch that money, and you're gonna need to have to put all your money into rent and to car note. Get you about 4 or 5 roommates and go and follow your dream. But actor, artists, y'all got to work a new way. Y'all have got to use the internet. I see some using this. I know a lot of you guys think that these couples fighting on the internet, you really think that these people who have their name in the headline because something happened, they got canceled or they got in a wreck. That stuff ain't real. They plan all of that to stay in the news, to stay on the internet. Because if you're not being discussed on the internet, you are a dead brand. Let me say it again. If you're not being discussed on the internet, you are a dead brand. If you're not being discussed on social media, your brand is not important. We're talking about those of you that's building one. We're talking about you already there. So you need people talking. I don't even care if it's negative. You just want the name spelled right. You have got to build different. You have got to use the internet. I know it was the Go Seeds, the agent. You can't just be doing it the old way. You've got to pivot. This is what I was talking about in this moment. You've got to pivot. You got to be opening to pivot. I don't know how many pastors I talked to during 2020. They were like, look, I cannot stand this internet. I hate it. My daddy said this, I hate it. But you cannot afford to fight the future. You need to write that down. I cannot afford to fight the future. The future is pulling you. You're not going to be satisfied just doing it that way. I'm talking to some pastors. And we enjoy going to church, but we love it. I know I like it. But after that's going real hot and heavy for about a good year, Larry Reid start looking. I said, okay, now look, we done did the same thing over again. We can't get no higher. We done cast out 59 demons. 10 people done been raised for the dead. 25 people done had their limbs to grow back. 40 people eyes done opened up, blinded eyes. All right, next. Don't fight the pivot. All right, let's go back. See if we can go back. Let's finish this.
Preordained pivot. Your digital citizenship will be realized, and you will flourish as a cyber citizen and become the metaverse being, and become the metaverse minister, and become the metaverse master, and become the metaverse millionaire. I want you to lift your voice as you are being recalibrated for a future that you know not of.
Okay, put in the chat, I'm being recalibrated for a future I know not of. I'm being recalibrated for a future that I know not of. Now, let me tell y'all this. And let me be very clear about this. And remember, you heard it here. And I said this earlier. You have got to become a master on the internet. I don't know no other way to tell you. This is what I meant by a metaverse master. Because it begins in the cyberspace. But the metaverse is still being understood. It's still being built out. It's still being populated. In order for you to be ready for there, you have got to get used to the digital. The digital world really replicates the movement, the magic, the shape and color of the spirit world. So embracing the digital world is embracing the spirit world even the more, which makes you a fit for the future. You know what? I'm acting like this is Patreon. This is not Patreon, but the Lord must want me to share this up here with all of you that are watching me. Did y'all hear what the hell I said? Did you hear what I said? Look at the dummy. Marie Fryer, dumb as hell. You wrong, that's not fellowship. But what the hell is it? We're all in this chat fellowshipping. You over here in fellowship and can't recognize that it's fellowship. Fool. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You let your dumb, religious, addictive church brain keep you in yesterday when tomorrow is here. Everybody put in the chat, tomorrow is here, and help this dummy. And so this is, you don't even belong here. I'm not even your cup of tea. Get the fuck off. So this is extremely important. I hope y'all listen to what I'm saying. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but let me tell you this. Tomorrow is here, and I am a minister unlike what you have met before. I entertain, I educate, I consecrate myself, and I cuss. And if that is not for you, that's gone. But get out my chat. What you here for? I understand when people come to my platform to talk sideways. That's why we block. Block. That's what we're blocked for. Because you don't belong here. I'm going to say like Jesus said, get behind me, Satan, Maria. Sound like Santa Maria. Let me get into that. All right, so let's finish this here, all right? Talking about that ain't fellowship. Well, what the hell is you doing? If this ain't a fellowship, then what kind of ship is it? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. There are all these preachers passing around here with this yesterday word, entertaining these yesterday saints when tomorrow is here. Struggling with the pivot. That's what it sounds like to me. All right, let's finish this here.
Lift your voice and shout hallelujah.
Oh, that was it. Okay, sorry, that was it. Okay, so let me talk about becoming a metaverse master. Everybody type metaverse master. I gotta hear it. This is getting too long. I'm gonna be here 30 minutes. What do you mean? You got to become a master on the internet in order to be a candidate for a metaverse master, because that is to come and it's still unfolding. It's still being built down. Whatever it is that you do really well, and you're a master and expert in it, bring it to the internet. Some of you, what you do well, you just talk good. Well, then get on the internet and run your mouth about what's happening in the world. That's how I started. Just talking about what hit the internet. But you gotta be a master. You said, well, I'm really good with motivation. I have a certain calmness in my voice. Okay. Get online and start motivating with every post you got. And let me tell you, content creators, something. I'm gonna give y'all this because some of y'all dizzy as a mofo. You can't be calling yourself a motivator, but at the same time, your posts look like you are a cook. Unless you have a unique way of marrying the two and it's understood when we engage your brand, choose one and then build that thing out. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? If you building your platform and you jump on every hot topic, okay, but then you're a hot topic commentator. There's nothing wrong with that. But then when there's no hot topic, what's your offer? Because you did not build your platform with wisdom, now you don't have longevity. Let me tell you what I did. I did not have an interview. I'm going to say it like this. Interviews has never been the basis of my platform. My highest views are when I'm sitting here going off or in my studio, just popping off on whatever's happening publicly. I do not need an interview. When I have an interview, my numbers are lower than normal, except for that Nene one. Those numbers were high, but everybody else was low. So when you building your platform, you got to be strategic, and you may have. That's why you may need to get in my Patreon just to ask me a couple questions. You're not gonna be answering no questions here. I said at the top of the thing I would, but hell no, I answer patrons' questions. You just got to pull it from what I'm saying here. You got to find a way and build your platform in a way to where the people are connected to your brand and what you do well. Okay? To become a master on a metaverse master. Yes, you missed a whole lot, Darius, but you're doing that. Okay, this is a great example of a master. Y'all know Darius Cook. They have the pots and the food and all of that kind of going on. He's a metaverse master. What do you mean? What I mean digitally, he's going to show up in the metaverse in a big way because on the internet, he has already created touch points every single day. He is on IG 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. Same thing with Supercent. So whenever they drop a product, they sell 1 million at least because of touch points. His pots could be trash, but they're not. What Supercent is pushing could be trash, but because they have developed a relationship, that engagement, they're going to support just because it's him. And y'all ain't got half the sense to do it. And those digital churches, those churches in the brick and mortar that is streaming online, don't even realize that they are really fucking up everything, like fucking, I'd even say fucking up the church's money because they're not building digitally with the future in mind. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You got to become a master on the internet. Whatever it is that you do well, become a master on the internet and create and develop relationship with those that are viewing. I don't care if you live and they're 10 people. I told you don't need but 300 core. A core of 300 people that will support by your ticket, by your product, that will follow your word and follow your lead. If you got that, you good. You're on your way to the next thing. We're talking about a metaverse master. We're talking about a metaverse millionaire. Type metaverse millionaire. You are supposed to be becoming a millionaire on the internet. Let me just put it out there clearly like that because I don't think y'all believe this. You're supposed to become a millionaire on the internet. Pastor, your mega church is in the digital space. They ain't coming to that brick and mortar like that no more. TD Jakes has seen his biggest days. What's that other pastor in Texas, this big white man? This is my Bible. And the Lord is good. What's the name, white man? Him. That's seen your biggest day. And all your other mega pastors. The time of mega church is over. Super Walmart, over. Used to be a Super K mall. Y'all remember that? Over. Super K, what it was. McDonald's, everywhere. You had to shut down Macy's. That's over. The digital church is the new mega church. Your millions are on the internet. Type this. My millions are on the internet. 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 You got to start developing a relationship with these folk you see in the chat. There ain't but 998 people between YouTube and Facebook right now because of the topic I'm talking about in shadow ban. But I don't even need 900 and 1,005 people now. I don't need all them people. I don't need 300. And with those 300, if I develop a relationship with them 300, and if I give them what it is that I do well and give them an offer over and over and over and over again, your millions is on the internet. Your business will go to the next level. All right. So metaverse master, metaverse millionaire. And then those of us that understand our gifting is our ministry. I don't care if it's comedy, if you're an R&B artist, if you do hair or model, actor. You got to be a metaverse millionaire. You have got to correct whatever needs to be corrected in your industry by being a good model. For instance, in commentary online, it's toxic and it's horrible. People put stories and lies on people without proof and just come together and create all kind of craziness. Now, you guys know I have never done that kind of reporting. And I made it my mission to never break a story. It had to be already talked about somewhere else before I put my mouth on it. You know why? Because I'm a minister. Even if I'm doing comedy and being lewd and perverse, some of you may feel like ministers aren't, but they are. I had to make sure that I'm handling this like a ministry. My ministry is laughter and learning. So I had to make sure that that's what I was doing. Metaverse minister, metaverse master, metaverse millionaire. Build your cyber church. Be the best cyber prophet, cyber pastor you can be. Build your digital citizenship and your cyber citizenship. I'm done. That's it. I'm not giving y'all no more. If you enjoyed it, what I want you to do is send $8.88. See, this is my touch point. Y'all got to learn how to do this. Because when you donate it and you put in a memo your phone number, one of my people are going to call you and thank you for it and pray with you and give you a prophetic word. That's my touch point. And what you feel, you're going to remember, and it's going to cause you to engage once again, over and over. This is how you do it. Your $8.88. Cash App, $MBN Network. Venmo, @MBN Network. Zelle, info@thembnnetwork.org. Text the word give to 404-845-30. This is for your $8.88 to support this platform. And if you learned anything, mail 780 Morosco Drive Northeast 244-224 Atlanta, Georgia 30324. And remember, every donation here is tax deductible because this is a 501c3 nonprofit, the MBN Network. I think I'm done. If you got questions, I got answers, but you now get it here. You got to take your hips over there to Patreon. Follow me over there on Patreon, patreon.com/Larry Reid Live, and you get all that you need. Here's the commercial to tell you how.
Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page and hit the bell. Text Larry Reid Live to 33222. That's the words Larry Reid Live, no spaces, to 33222. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today. Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, and actor. Catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series, Kingdom Business, and on American Gangster Trap Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.